All right, step 2. Now, since you already have your middles already set, you've got them set in the right spots, you've got them all the right color, you're going to move on to edge pairing. And that's pairing all of these up to making them match all the colors all the way around the cube. Okay? That will effectively turn it into a 3x3 cube. And then you just solve it like a 3x3. So let's look around and see if we can see any that are the same, see if there's anything that are kind of alike. Okay, here's a red and a black and a red and a black. Since they're on the same side, there's an algorithm to do. I'm going to show you a few different ways to do this because you never know if they're going to be here or here or here or here, but there's ways that you can orient it whichever way is easiest for you, okay? So in this one, since they're right here on the bottoms here, we're going to just do it like this. And now they're together. Okay? That's the toughest one, but you do have to learn that because at the very end, you're going to find that you're going to have two right here and right here that are the same, and that's the algorithm that you're going to need to use. So let's see if I can find that again, or what I can find to see what we can do. Let's see. Now, edge pairing is the longest thing that you're going to do. It takes the longest. It's a pain in the ass, but you got to do it, okay? So here's a blue and a black. Here's a blue and a black right here. So we need them across from each other some way. So to get that, all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this to this side, this blue and black. I'm going to turn it to the side and turn it up. So now they're across from each other again, which works out because now I can do that algorithm for you again. So you do this. Okay, and they're together. Nice and easy. So let's find another way that we can do this. Always got to be looking around, finding your cubes and finding exactly what you need. So here's the easiest way. Okay, here we go. There's a nice and easy one. Green and yellow, green and yellow. They're in the opposites corners, which is exactly how you want it because if you turn this, you'll see that they marry together. Now, this is where you can bring your speed up by finding a orange and black or a red and yellow and put them in the back here. All right, maybe we'll cover that later in a different video, but for now, this is how you do this. Okay, so you would turn this so that they're together, turn it up and out of the way because you have to put everything back. If you don't, you'll realize that you didn't because your middles will be out of alignment and you have to pretty much start all over again. And that sucks. All right, so there's that one and that one and that one. So let's go with these two. See if we can find a blue and orange or a yellow and orange. I like to put my thumb right on here so I know where I'm looking. Here's a blue and orange right here, and there's a blue and orange right here. So we need to make them, again, opposites from each other. So here's another way you can do that. Just kind of turn this one, since this will be your face because it's facing you. You turn this out of the way, turn that up so it's over there, and put this one back. You see how they're across from each other again? So again, I'll show you that once that same algorithm. And they're together. Okay? So you will need to learn that because again, at the end, you're going to have two and you're going to have to do that. So here's a blue and a yellow and a blue and a yellow. So let's turn that out of the way, turn that one over, and turn it up. However you do it, there's a bunch of ways you can figure it out. You can just kind of experiment a little bit and just kind of putting them into the spots where you need them to be. Excuse me. So now since they're across from each other or they're diagonal from each other, you're just going to turn it so that they match, okay? And then up, out of the way, and back. So you turn them together so that they marry together. Up, out of the way, down, and back. You always have to put it back. Trust me, you'll learn real quick to put it back. Remember in the 3x3, I told you the most important step was to replace your whites. And that's because if you don't, you'll have to start all over because it'll be out of alignment when you go to the next step. Same thing here. You have to be correct to go to the next step. So here's an orange and a yellow, an orange and a black, and an orange and a black. So move this out of the way so I can turn that face to put it up in the side, and I'll bring that back. So we've got orange and black in the corners. So you're going to put them together, up, out of the way, down, and put it back. So now they're together up here, and all your middles are still the same. So let's look for another one. There's a blue and a red here. There's a blue and a red here. So that's easy. You just turn it up so they're together. Now let's say you're kind of tired of doing that whole algorithm all over again. Well, you can take this, move it to here, and then back up. And we'll actually take this and put it here. Okay? I'll show you what I mean. Down, over, correct this one, turn it up. So now you've got the blue and the red, and they're in the corners. So when you do this back side here, so if this is your face and you're going to be turning these two pieces here, the back corners, the back middles right here are the ones you're going to be messing with. So if you have it like this, where they're together back here, you're just going to mess those up when it comes back around. Okay? So try and have opposites or ones that are not connected already here, so that when you're messing with your face, you're not going to mess up these. Okay? That's where I say the speed comes in, because you can put whatever you want there. So let's do it. Turn them together, up, out of the way, down, and correct it. Okay? So now you've got that correct. All right, well, let's look for some other ones here. These two are yellow and green, yellow and green. So let's do that algorithm again. And they're together. Again, this does take a little while, especially when you start getting into these big ones like this, these 5s and 7s and 6s. This edge pairing takes a little bit of time, but not everybody's a speed cuber. Not everybody knows exactly all the really cool little algorithms you can do in like super speed, but after messing around with it for a little while, you'll find your own way. So these two again are on the bottom, right? So you go and they're together. Now that is pretty quick. You can actually, just start flipping things around and start doing it really quickly. But slow first, learn it, then your muscle memory will take over, and then you'll get it. So red, yellow, red, yellow. I'm going to put them exactly how they have them, because you can see green, black and green, red and yellow. So these are exactly how you need them to be. So if you do that same algorithm, you'll get both of these at the exact same time. Ready? See? Red and yellow, green and black. So let's look for the other ones. Here they are right here. Here's red and green and orange, red and green and orange. So since they're really not in the correct orientation, you can move this out of the way, put it on the side, bring it back up. And since they're kitty-cornered to each other, you can do the one move that I had showed you from before, where you drop it down to the bottom, and out of the way. Put that back to the side and back up. Because they were here, so you just turned it back up. So now they're exactly across from each other. And you're going to want to do that exact same move. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that looks like now we have a 3x3. Your edge pairing is done.